This is part 5 of our Pocket Reference Altered Book 2.0 series. If you guys haven't seen any of the episode, I will leave the playlist link in the description below. Welcome, it's Winnie from BellaSunshyn. The next pocket we're doing is called BellaSunshyn's X, and it requires 4 pages. So for the 256, you should be on page number 223. And if you're the 320, then you should be at page number 279. So let's go ahead and paperclip. For the 256, I need you to find page number 225 and paperclip that. And then you need to find page number 231 and paperclip that. And then for the 320 cookbook, I need you to paperclip page number 281, 283, 285. So that's 3 pages. Then you need to find 291, 293, and 295. So again, that's 3 pages. So we need to go ahead and rip those pages out. So now we need to go ahead and find page number 229. For the 320, you're looking at 289. What we need to do on this page is take our ruler, and on the 228, on this page, we are going to need to do our marking for our ruler, which is about, I think, an inch and a quarter. So you need to do it on page 228 and then 229. Once you have that mark, take your ruler, and we're going to use it to help us guide to fold it. And you need to do on the same page. Okay, once you have that down, now we need to go ahead and get our page that we have the halfway point. And I need you to take your mat, take 2 of your pages, like that. And then let's go ahead and find our halfway point. And we're just gonna trace like that. Then from there, I need you to measure, you're supposed to measure, so unfold one of them, and then we're going to need to measure where the halfway point is and do 5 inches. So we're marking here. Okay. Then from there, you're taking both of the pages, these 2, and we need to go ahead and cut from our point here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move our mat here. We're working on page number 227. So go ahead and unfold that. We actually need to do, go ahead and do our 5 inches mark. This. And we're going to draw our line. And then we want to do the same thing on page number 229, but you're going to write on the back, so which is 230. Looking for the 5 inches. And then drawing our line. This one, I'm going to do it upside down here so it's easier. We take this, fold it, and this one you're going to line up to our line here, like this. Like that. Then you're going to do the same thing here. Then we are going to do the same thing on page 227. Okay, now we need to go ahead and use, let's see, my ruler, and on page 225, or no, I'm sorry, 227. So we have our 2 pages right here. We're going to take our ruler over here, and we are going to just do a line straight like that. Then I want you to do 2 inches from the top, from the bottom, 2 inches, and then you want to do 2 inches over here. Like that. Then from where our line is, this line here, we want to go ahead and do our line the best that you can. Like that. And you want to do the one on top also. It's a little hard, but okay. See that? Now, take both of the pages, put your cutting mat under, and then we're going to go ahead and cut this, and we're going to cut this. So what I did with this one, I went ahead and cut it. And I don't know if you guys can tell, I went ahead and glued it, and I glued a piece of paper because I needed something that's blank so you guys can see it. Because part of my, part of the thing that we cut was dark. So I wanted you to see that the X is there. So with this one, you'll have an open pocket. Well, not an open, but when you put something, you'll be able to see something like that there if you put something long enough. So you'll have this pocket here, and then you have this pocket here, and then you'll have these tiny little pocket on the 4 corner. So to glue it, if we go ahead and unfold here, to glue it, you are going to add glue. You're adding glue right here. And this one, you're just adding the glue on the top. Like this. Then over here, you are putting glue. The bottom and then the top. And these, we're gonna go ahead and glue. Gonna glue it down here, and the same thing here. You're gluing it down like this. That's gonna be glue, and of course this one also. And that's what you would have. And you would do the same thing on the other side. So this is called BellaSunshyn X. And we need 4 pages. Put this in the front right here. We should be now on page 235 for the 256 cookbook, and then for the 320, you should be at 299. So with this particular pocket, it's called Hey Seaville. We are not going to rip any pages. We need 3 pages for this. So we should be working on, for the 256, you should have 235, 237, and 239. For the 320, you should have 299, 301, and 303. So the first thing we need to do is take our first 2 pages, which is 235 and 237, or it's 299 and 301. Take our cutting mat, and we're going to put it under, and we are going to mark from the top. We need to go ahead and mark 4 inches. I am gonna do it on this page so I can see my line. And my book is upside down, so I'm gonna go 4 inches. And 4 inches. And with both of those pages, you need to go ahead and cut it. Well, where is my, oh, there it is. Okay, so here's my line over here. And cut both of the pages. So I have mine cut, these 2. Then we need to take the page number 235, which is the first number, the first page. So you're doing 235 or 299, and I need you to cut, I need you to measure 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm gonna do it from behind. So you're marking 4 1/4, and then you're going to cut just that one page. So here we're just gonna cut the first page, which is 235 or 299. So this is what we should have. Our first page we have cut in 3 pieces. Then our second page we have it cut in 2, and then we got the whole page. So with this one on page 237, you are going to put glue right over here and at the bottom. So you're gluing this here, and this is going to be a pocket right here. Then take page number 235, and you are going to glue right on the edge over here, and then at the bottom. So like this, and then you glue it to this page, and then you'll have a pocket over here. So it's a pocket here and then here. Then for this one, which is 235 and 237, what you want to do is you can decide whether you want a pocket going from here or a pocket on the top. I think I'm going to make it to the top, and I'm going to take my halfway point so I know where the center is. And I'm going to do a little knot over here. So with this one, you're putting glue over here, and then you're putting glue over here. So these two are going to be glued together, so it's another flip. Okay, then we have this left over, and what you want to do is you're going to make it into a Bella band for the next page, or the page before it, which is what do we have here? Oh, we have the BellaSunshyn's axe. So we're going to put it right here, and you're just going to glue at the edge over here like this, and then that is going to be a belly band. And this is called Seaville. Seaville, and it requires 3 pages. So this is why we didn't rip anything, because we're making this into a belly band. When we turn it into a belly band, we want to make sure there's no ripping there. The same thing here. I didn't want to show any type of ripping, so that's why with this particular pocket, you don't end up ripping anything in between. So here's my marking. For our next page, we are doing what it's called my Chevron, and we should be at page number 241. If you have the 256 cookbook, for the 320, you should be at 305. So now let's go ahead and do our paper clip and look at the page number 243 for the 256 cookbook. Go ahead and paper clip 243. And then you also want to paper clip 247. And for cookbook 320, you need to paperclip page number 307 and 311. And then let's go ahead and rip those pages out. So now you want to turn your page to 245, or you should be looking at 309, and we need to go ahead and get our page that was folded in half and find our halfway point. And we just need to do marking here, like that. Then from that halfway point, I need you to measure 4 inches. Like this. So you're marking it where your halfway point is. Then what you want to do is we need to go ahead and cut that open. So we have that open. Then just use your ruler to guide you to, you actually want to fold this on the other direction. So look at page number 246 or 310. So I'm putting my mat here so you guys can see. My page is upside down. So we're taking this flap where we finished off cutting, and then you're going to go from this edge and you're just going to try to fold your page, creating like a triangle. So you should have your fold like this. Then for page number 241 or the 305, what we want to do is we need to cut off a little bit. So maybe, let's say 2 inches. So go ahead and mark 2 inches. Once you have it cut off, just take your half a page, and then do your marking. Once you have your half there, you need to measure 3 inches, starting from the right. And we're just gonna do a mark. Where is our halfway point is. And then from there, you're gonna cut. Once you have that cut, I'm going to do a 1 inch mark from the bottom. So I'm just doing it like right on the edge to the right side. And I need to do the same thing on the top. So you would just measure 1 inch. I think this is 1 inch. Okay, it's a little over 1 inch, but that's okay. So I'm just using a ruler, whichever. You can either do 1 inch line or use any ruler, just to give you the same size on the top and on the bottom. Then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you're going to line it up to where you cut, and then where your, see, I can't see it, where your 1-inch mark is. You're going to line up your ruler like this, and then you're going to fold. So this is what we have. And for the 245 over here, you're going to glue this down. So you're going to glue this down, and then you're going to glue the top and the bottom. You're going to glue it down here, and then the same thing here. And you're going to glue at the top, and then at the bottom. Like this. And then you will have a pocket over here, and then a pocket over here. And this is called my chevron. And it requires 3 pages. This is the 28th pocket that we have done, which means we are finished with all the pockets that I had planned out for this altered book. And I'm sure you guys noticed that there are still a couple more pages left at the end, and I will tell you what we're going to use them for later. But for now, what I would like to do is go back in the very beginning of our cookbook and start paper clipping our pages together, because this is our reference and I want to make sure you guys know what the page is supposed to look like. Let me show you guys how I paper clip mine. So the next thing that I did is I went ahead and made a table of contents. I wrote out all the name of the pockets and then the page number that we need to create them, and then the tab number. As you can see, mine does not have any tabs yet, but I will add something like this. It makes it a lot easier when you're looking for the pocket that you are wanting to make. It makes it easier when you have it all tabbed. So this cookbook is replacing my composition reference book. So now I need to update and replace this reference where all the pockets are glued and decorated to kind of show me what it would look like when it's all glued. I decided to go with a 3-ring binder system. When I am altering a new book, I want to be able to play around with the pockets. I want them to be removable so I can rearrange them to the new alter book that I'm working on. Before I show you guys the flip through of this, I want to point out a couple of things. One is the Hello Sunshine now requires 3 pages. Because I think the see-through material, whatever you guys are putting, in case you guys have to tape it to avoid any issues with putting something in the pocket, it is better if we have 2 pages and we sandwich the see-through material in there. The other thing is the piece that I cut out here, I went ahead and glued it to the back of this flip. Because with this, if it's heavy, because of the weight, it will automatically close on itself, and that's going to work better in the book. The other thing is, if you're having to cut something like this one, splitting the page, don't cut it all the way. Leave at least about an inch border that you're not cutting so it stays on your binder properly. The first time I did it, I had it this way, and now because it's only in one hole, this would fall like this, and I just did not like that at all. This binder is about, the spine is 1 3/4 inches thick, and the pages are not decorated. It's just inked, and all pockets have something in it. So as you can see, it's a little bit of a gator mouth. Without pressing it, this is about 3 inches is the opening now. So keep that in mind. It increased about 50%. It really depends on how much you're putting in there and also how you are decorating your pages. This is what the binder looks like with the pockets being empty. So for the next video, I am going to show you guys how to make this pop-up flowers, and also we are going to do some bonus pockets that I've already created that we are going to go ahead and add to our altered cookbook. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.